What's going on, family? I got a nice little video for you. Obviously, this is 0 to 100 deals. This is more than just about real estate. This is about making sure that your mindset is exactly what it needs to be. There are 12 things that hold us back from being rich and that keep us poor. I want to kind of talk about those things for a quick second, y'all. The first one is basically this, right? Believing that a 9-to-5 is the only way to go. I understand that you have a job, but you got to understand there are people out there that's doing all kind of other things to make money, and you're not limited to just a 9-to-5. You never know where your future can be, right? It could be an investment, it could be starting a business, it could be so many other things that could bring you money, all right? 9-to-5 is not a bad thing, but there are other ways for people to make money. Second, basically they're making career choices not based on their finance, not based on where they're going financially, but really based on what their parents is saying, based on what their friends is saying, based on what their friends is doing. You don't want to be making those choices based on other people. You want to be making those choices based on your financial goals. All right. Another one is basically they are too scared to fail. Right? A lot of times people don't try nothing new. And if you don't try nothing new, you will never get to a new place. But people don't try nothing new because they don't want to fail, or they're afraid of how they're going to look in front of their friends, right? But sometimes you got to be willing to fail before you can win. Another one is basically taking advice from unsuccessful people. Many times we do this. We take advice from unsuccessful people. We take advice from people that have never been where we're trying to go. And we allow that to discourage us or to stop us from going forward. So we got to stop doing that. Another one is basically focusing on saving instead of earning. It's good to save, but you got to look for ways to earn more. Because what you're making most of the time is not going to be enough. You got to be looking for 4, 5, 6 streams of income. They say most millionaires have 7 streams of income. You can't just stop at one. Another one is basically assuming that rich people basically got lucky. Right? There are times that we can believe that the only reason why people got what they got is because they got lucky. It's because their parents passed them their wealth. When the studies would show you that most millionaires are self-made millionaires. They are first-generation millionaires. All right? Another thing is this: they fail to make any investments. Right? If you fail to make investments, how you going to grow? Your money's not going to just be able to grow just by having a 9-to-5. Yes, I know you're going to get your raise, but you got to do what the rich is doing. The rich make their money work for them. All right? They're not just working for time, which is what you do when you have a job, but the rich people, they make their money work for them, and that's what you want to be doing. Another one is basically they're not setting any financial goals. If you don't have a goal where you're going, how can you ever get there? If you don't have a destination in mind, how will you ever get there? If you never set the bar where you're going, how will you ever hit that target? Right? So we got to set up financial goals. Another one is basically spending more than they earn. If you're spending more than you earn, if I'm spending more than I'm earned, then obviously I'm never going to have money to save. I'm never going to have money to invest. Another one is basically this: constantly making excuses. You don't want to be making excuses all day long. Excuses is not going to get us anywhere. A lot of times people make excuses. They get so creative at making excuses instead of getting creative about getting where they need to get. Right? Not learning new things. If you're not expanding yourself, if you're not growing, how will you ever get to that new place, right? For me to get to that new level, for me to get to that new place, I got to become a new person. And the only way for me to become a new person, my mind got to be renewed. I got to think differently. I got to have new information. I got to be moving on new information, right? So the more you continue to grow, the more you continue to absorb, the more skills you continue to get, the more you're going to be attractive to the marketplace, the more money you're going to welcome into your life, right? Another one is basically they lack self-discipline. If you lack self-discipline, you're going to have a hard time, right? Because you're not going to want to show up when you're supposed to show up. You're not going to want to get up when you're supposed to get up. You're not going to read that book when you're supposed to read that book. And your lack of discipline is going to stop you. So let's look at all of those things and say, okay, well, how can I get better? How can I pay attention to all of those things so I'm making sure that I'm not sabotaging my way to $1 million, my way to my 100 deals? Peace out, man. I just want to keep bringing you information like this because I believe it will continue to be a blessing to your life. It will continue to enrich you and the people around you. If you like this thing, follow. Leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about this information. Peace out. Once again, it's your boy Joseph.